Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe the Chocobo here, and we are back with some more Sky Factory 2.5. Now, where we left off last time was actually we filled in just a couple of these. Now they're all filled in, and we also did just that side, but now we have them on both sides. So we actually have populated a fair bit of this whole thing. This is all pumping out lava. It does seem to be the case. The cobblestone is completely it's doing great. It's doing great by itself. It doesn't really need a whole lot of help. I do imagine that our lava flow isn't exactly optimal, but at this point in time, it looks like we don't even have to worry about that. So I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to worry about it. But I did want to show you guys kind of something that's a little bit cool. I thought it was kind of cool, which was whenever we actually populate the lava, because there's so much lava just backed up in the system, I want to show you guys how it fills up the tanks, because it was, I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. I find these particular moments kind of neato-canito. So let me go ahead, and let's keep it low profile. Let's do it this way. So I'm going to actually keep it low profile. The game plan here is that we're going to do these by rows, right? So kind of similar to how we did it there, except we're just going to keep this really low to the, not ground, but low to the top of the smelteries, I guess. That was a really poor way to explain that, but yeah, you guys get the idea. We're gonna put it down there, and then we're gonna then take the piping, and we're just gonna go ahead and have. Oh wait, you know what? No. I lied. Cannot do this. Well, we can do it, but it would not go very well because we need to put it on top so it can have two different places to output the lava. Sorry. I was like, man, this is gonna be great. No, it's not, Joko. No. All right, so let's try that one more time. And actually, I need my handy dandy little assistant here, and we're just gonna have to put the test racks down like so. Boom, and then put another test rack down like so. We're just going to have to repeat this process 2 more times, nothing too bad. Now, we did do a lot of prep work for the episode, kind of on our own here. Stream and I were hanging out, and we were just chit-chatting about a number of different things. And now we are here. So we have all these. We now have, what's in the world? Why do I only have 4? What is going on? I should have 8. Haru? Transfer? What in the world did I do here? That's still not how you spell transfer, Choco. Alright, transfer Y. Okay, that was admittedly kind of strange. Okay, so we I don't know what happened. I honestly could not tell you what just happened here. And I am lacking in transfer pipes. Good to know. Okay, so now we have the transfer nodes for everything, so we can start putting them down. And I'm really looking forward to showing you guys this. I think this is so neat. Alright, so bang, just like so. Bang, right over there. And this is, of course, just going to be the lava component of all the Tinker's Construct stuff, right? This is just going to be what heats everything up. Now, if memory serves, and I think actually Stream might have mentioned this earlier, it should be the case that by having more lava there, because we are going to try to populate the bottom as well, and hopefully it only takes from the top, but by doing it this way, it should increase the rate at which it processes ores in there, I think, because it's supposed to be like, it's hotter, quote unquote. So I think we might actually be in luck if it works the way I think it does. If it doesn't, that's okay. We'll just have to do some kind of funky stuff to make it really work, or we might just end up keeping it empty. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll figure something out. We'll, of course, figure something out in some way, shape, or form. Go ahead and pick this up, and then put these right on down. Alright, so these ones are ready to go, and just kind of, I'm so excited. I'm just going to do it right now. Alright, so lava, we're going to set this onto receiving the fluids only. Ignore that, and bang, look at this. Look at it go. Okay, question mark, what happened here? Hello? Okay. But whenever it does find the slot, it fills it up really nicely. So that's what I'm absolutely stoked about, that, because it goes up so quickly. Now I know there are like other things in there. I think Mine Factory Reloaded might have one. There's something that actually is like an instantaneous distribution of fluid, which will be faster if we ever want to upgrade it to there. But I think this is going to do the job just fine right now. I really would be surprised if it's not the case. We could even put some speed upgrades in there, and it would probably do just fine. But yeah, I don't see a particular reason to really stress out about that at this particular point. Now we are going to need some more transfer pipes, so let's go ahead and bob on up and grab those. Now we aren't done yet. You can see we have a... Wow! What? Why? There's a spooky? Wait, what? Where is there a spooky? Are you kidding me? What the fudge? Okay. Absolutely not okay. Not alright at all. I need a torch, like, pronto. Torch, 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 torch. Torch. And... boop. Man. When there's just a spooky and you're just like, what the bleep is this? Oh, not okay. Alright, transfer pipes. Yeah, sure, we'll make a whole bunch of them. Why not? And then we'll continue on our little merry quest here, and then this should take care of the lava a little bit, right? We still have to populate the bottom, which we're gonna kind of cheat. We're gonna kind of cheat that part, but yeah, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, man. Gotta do what you gotta do. So let's go ahead and just populate these ones like so. Yeah, and there we are, looking good. And just the same dealio over here. Nope, that's not correct. All right, break that down. Awesome possums. Awesome possums. What in the heck was that? Choco, you've never said that before. Why awesome possums? Aren't possums like scumbags? I don't even remember. I know possums like are a critter, right? But I thought like people don't like possums. Why is it not possum? Whatever. Sorry. Whenever my brain is just like surprised by what I say sometimes, just whoa. Alright, fluid receive, lava, let that flow in. Same thing over here, ignore lava only receiving. Boom, boom, boom. And there we are. Isn't that cool? I don't know, I just like watching it skyrocket. Because it's rapidly accumulating that lava, which I think is just so neat. It's coming over here now. Just look, it's just, I don't know, it's so cool. All right, here we are. So, what I'm going to do just for a temporary measure, so I'm going to do this. And that should work. Yeah, okay, there it goes. All right, and then with, ooh, that's smelter regen. I hope that doesn't pick it up. Oh, no, wait, I'm not done yet. We're not done. Alright, and then let those fill up right over here. Alright, and there we are. So that is now all ready to go. And we're just going to do the same for this side. Okay, there it goes. Very good. Let's go ahead and take some of these transfer pipes out. It does help to remove them as it's kind of filling up because it's going to be a little bit easier. But that, because it's not going to look through as many spots kind of thing, so it is a little bit more efficient to do that, by the way. Bad. Acting like I know what I'm doing. Oh, we all know better. All right, so let's go ahead and leave that in. It's going to probably start with this one if it continues that trend. Let's see. Oh, no, it went this way first. Not bad. Okay. It didn't do. Oh well, there it goes. I was always like, oh, it didn't fill it in completely in one go, but then it filled the rest in completely, which kind of begs the question as to why it only did a little bit that one time. But whatever. Ah, I missed it. Oh, it did it again. Why does it keep doing that? That's strange. Don't really understand why it's doing that. Okay. Boom, boom. Come on, fill in. I know you got it in you. Come on. Don't hold out on me. There you are. Alright, cool. And then now with this, we have the main ones filled up. Now the real advantage of doing these, of course, is that this is going to be our mass production area, right? So like for our iron and stuff like that. And then we can also use the other one for doing like alloys and stuff that require multiple. Now this kind of occurred to me after the fact, so I can't pretend to be like, it was all, actually no, I can't totally pretend to be, yeah, I totally planned this, guys. By the by, we set this up super intelligently, because now what we can do is we can have two different kinds of alloys going at once, and that was 100% calculated, totally not just like LOL, just kind of happened, but you know, totally calculated, bros, totally calculated. All right, let's go ahead and knock those two out, and let's go ahead, fill this all up as well. And then these ones as well here. Awesome. And then, I guess, yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and break these down. Just make sure that we are all A-okay here. Alright, break these down as well. And honestly, if they drain from the top, this is perfect. This is absolutely going to do the job for us, and more, if anything. And I literally, I don't know if you guys saw it just now. I broke it right as it was filling up. But this should do the job just perfectly fine for all of our Tinker's Construct needs. And that was not done yet. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and let that do its thing. Let that crazy guy do it. And then boom, boom, boom. Fill these all up with more lava. Then fill these up with lava. Excellent. And then fill these up with lava as well. And then fill this up with lava. Alright, awesome. So now I just go backtrack and make sure whatever is still existing as extra pipelinage that they are taking care of. Ooh. Are we lacking in lava? Are we? No, surely not. Yeah, no, we have like buckets upon buckets of lava in there. That's bullshit. There's no way. Yeah, okay. Nope. You guys are fine. You guys are just being drama queens. I don't know what the heck's going on, but y'all need to knock it off. Stay on task. Right, boom, boom. It seems really random, actually. Like, some ones are just not cooperating, and the other ones are just like, yeah, it's fine, bro. We got this. You don't need to be here. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All that's done. That side, for whatever reason, didn't populate correctly. There we go. There it is. And then just breaking them down. And then this. Okay, so these two are good. This one is now good as well. Okay, and then this one is looking fine as well. Awesome. Alright, so we got ourselves these guys all prepped and ready to go with the lava. Of course, I'm not entirely sure whether or not this is going to drain from the bottom. What hopefully will happen is going to drain from the top, and then it's going to replenish itself as it's draining for fuel, right? So that's what we hope for. That's the dream. But of course, may or may not work that way. But regardless, so that part is now done. The next part of this whole operation is to, of course, put in the inputs, right? And this is going to be a little bit of the dicey section. So, very, very first thing, we're going to put one tesseract. And actually, I need to do this a little bit funky. Alright, so I'm just going to mark it with that. There is that gap. And so that, falling. Alright. One more above us? The heck did I do? Okay, no. So the smelter controller is right there. Smelter controller is right there. So all I got to do is oh, actually, why do you need to do that? Okay. I did not apparently think this through correctly. Okay, so I can just do this. And then put a tesseract right there, and then we can just put an item transfer node right there. And then that'll distribute evenly between the two things. Now, if I ever decide I need an alloy there, I can't, well, I could technically automate it, but to me, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. At some point, we might actually make, like, the combined alloy things, but we have to put in controls in there because we don't want it to, like, exhaust every single ore that we have up to that point. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put this in here. I'm not going to designate a channel for this one yet. And the reason why we're not going to designate a channel for that is because this is going to be the alloy one. So we're going to leave that as is. But kind of a future note thing. It is ready to go. I'm just going to leave it alone for now. And then for here, same exact thing. Except this one we do have an intended thing for it. So this is going to be processing iron. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new thing. Now, as I said before, this is going to start being a whole bunch of other stuff. This is resources, right? But this I'm going to make this into, this is what, 810, right? These are the 800s. So we're going to start filling in 801, etc., etc., etc. So I'm going to go ahead, set this to frequency 801, and then this is going to be our iron. And this is going to be in receiving mode. Whoop. All right, so that's going to be in receiving mode, and that is going to be there. So let's go ahead, add in the iron frequency. And then that is now ready to go. Now I'm going to have to set up a thing where it's going to actually have to pull out of there, which is going to be involving an export bus and filters and junk, but we'll figure it out. That's a future Choco problem, not a current Choco problem. All right, and then these guys are going to be a little bit different. So these ones are actually going to require me to actually properly break through to the bottom. And the reason for this is obviously if I put them in the middle, they would share their inventory, which is not good. And these guys are all going to be distinct from one another because these ones are going to be the different kinds of basic ores. Gold, silver, platinum, tin, copper, all those good things. So we are going to go ahead, just break these parts down. And then we're going to go ahead, and now we have ourselves these little slots. For the purposes of what we're doing, we could make this into like really pretty stuff, but we're not because, you know, we're savages. So what we're going to do is, oh, I did it again. I don't need it. Well, yeah, no, this is fine. All right, so I can just do this. I don't know why in the world I was trying to make it more complicated for myself. All right, boom, boom. And then just kind of spread the gifts of beautiful, beautiful work. Aha! And then now we have all those done. This will feed upwards, and then of course I can just go in from the bottom and actually set the tesseracts to what they need to be. So, whoop, and we got ourselves a new subscriber, Dark Jester 24/7. Thank you very much for subscribing. It's actually Jeremy again, so different account apparently. Well, thank you very much for the subscription. All right, so now these guys are all rocking and a-rolling and good to go. But you might be like, well, Choco, you still have more Tesseracts. And indeed, you are correct. We do have more Tesseracts because we have a couple more things here and there that we are going to need to do. So I am actually, if I'm not mistaken, yes? Yes, okay, good. So I'm going to put a Tesseract there. I'm going to put a Tesseract there. And this is going to be withdrawing back into the ME storage. So actually, this we already know what's going to do. It's going to be sending items and nothing else. So this is going to be going back to the ME storage, and it's going to just give us the actual blocks of the ores and stuff like that. So that's going to be all good. So let's go ahead and make this also into send only to the ME storage, because it doesn't matter what the different things and stuff are. It's totally fine. All right, so there is that. Now, there is one little caveat here, obviously, which is these guys, these freaking guys. So this right here, all this is the smeltery drain. There are no other smeltery drains on this whole giant thing, whatever. So these guys are gonna have their tesseracts actually out in the open. I'm one tesseract short. Actually, no, that's okay. No, never mind. I was about to be like really panicked. I was like, oh no, that's terrible. But in truth, it actually is probably better off that way, because we want to be able to access it for the time being. That's what we'll do. That's gonna be what we do, and that's what we're gonna stick with. All right, so we have all those rocking and rolling, and so to finish this all off, we have to set the different channels actually, and then we're gonna have to make the casting basins. And once you have the casting basins, then we're going to have to just go ahead, put the item transfer nodes, and make the pipelines, and then we'll be in good shape. So let's... can we do this in like some form of alphabetical order? I feel like it should be this way, so like earliest letter, last letter. So let's actually take a look. X nihilo is probably the easiest way to do this. All right, so we have ourselves in order. That is not in any form of correct order. Derp, okay. Plan B. I'm going to go off of my ME storage because that is in correct order. Because that was really, really weird. Okay, cool. So we got ourselves aluminum. Aluminum, copper, gold, lead, nickel, plat, and silver. And iron is right in the middle, actually. That's perfect. Wait, is it right in the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang it, it's not in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Dang. Pretty close, though. All right, so aluminum, copper, gold, and lead. Aluminum, copper, gold, and lead. That'll be the first little quadrant. Actually, yeah, let's do it as aluminum, copper, gold, and lead right here for these guys. So this one will be aluminum. Ooh. Yeah, no, we'll be okay. All right, so this one is going to be aluminum. And then this is going to be sending? Yes, send. No, receiving. Sorry, receiving. All right, so receiving, ignored, add a new frequency, set that to aluminum. And then you are going to be 803. This is going to be copper. And then again, it's just in receive mode. All right. And then I believe it's gold next. So 804, gold. And this is what's nice about the Tesseracts, is that you can set individual channels like this and all that stuff, and you can label them properly. So it should be fairly easy to keep track of what is going on. If something isn't working, we can kind of isolate the issue. But we shouldn't be running. I think we're doing this right so far. I can't foresee what an issue would be unless I double down and do something really dumb. All right, lead right there. Okay. And then we need to get ourselves these ones done. Now, can I do this from... No, I can't. I'm not even going to attempt to, because I'm going to screw this up and I'm going to get really confused. So let's go back to the ME drive and let's go see. So we stopped at lead. So nickel, plat, silver, tin. And we can do that. Nickel, plat, silver, and tin. Dip down below. Alright, so nickel. Yeah, 806 I believe is what we're on right now. I guess I could just look it up like that. Yeah, 806 is what we're on. So we're like, no. Alright, so nickel. Receiving items. Platinum. And then go ahead. Silver. 808, I think is what we're on. Is that right? Yeah, 808. 808. Silver. And then 10 should be the last guy. And this guy should be 809. Alright, I just want to make sure that we did this right. And then boom, 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 disabled. Okay, good. Alright, so that should be the whole kit and caboodle. Oh, this guy is not correctly configured. Alright, so that should be all good. Oh, we didn't set nickel. LOL. Nickel? Wait. Oh, my brain went. Okay. So lead, nickel, platinum. Okay, good, good, good. Is it spelled the way I spelled it? No, it's spelled this way, right? Yeah, okay, good. I was gonna be like, not entirely sure. All right, there we go. All these guys are now ready to go. So whenever we put our export bus onto our ME system, it's gonna pull whatever ores, and then, well, even before that. So the steps that we need between these steps is that it has to pull individually from the broken. So let me try to explain this a little bit easier. I'm going to use this to help explain this. All right, so right now we have 3 different tiers, right? We have the broken stuff, we have the crushed stuff, and then we have the powdered stuff. All these can be turned into different components as long as you put them together and then you make them into their like respective components of like broken. Gravel is this one. This one turns to some kind of sand, and this one turns to a dust, I guess. And so these three things can actually all make the regular kind of ore components of it, or not the ore components, but the ore product. So these guys all need to be first auto-crafted and blah, blah, blah. So we do have to make that. But for the time being, we're not focusing on that part. That'll be the next episode where we get all that rocking and rolling. But we do want to make sure that the Tinker's Construct stuff is actually set up proper. And we're actually pretty darn close. Like, we actually have just about everything done. And for today's last real big task is going to be getting the casting basins on there. And now that I think about it, we also need some liquid transfer nodes for these guys. Let's actually do a head count here. 6, 12, 24... 32, 40. Okay, so I need 40 liquid transfer nodes, and I'm also going to need 40 casting basins. So quite a bit of casting basins. Now, thankfully, because we did prep work today, we also have ourselves some casting basins here. We're going to skip tables for now. If we need to intervene with a table, we absolutely can do that. But I figure that we don't need to worry about that right now. As a matter of fact, if anything, that's what this one should be used for, right? Because this guy is going to be our alloys and stuff like that, so we can actually do that with tables. We're not going to do that one today because I'm not entirely sure how I want to set that up, but that will probably be the way that ends up going down as kind of a heads up. So casting basin, let's go ahead and make some of these bad boys. I said I needed 40, so let's go ahead and just grab a whole bunch of this stuff. I don't want to overproduce because that would be bad. Actually, we only need 32, if memory serves. Alright, so 32. And then we also need to make ourselves some transfer nodes. Liquid transfer nodes. And we're going to definitely need some more buckets. So I need to do 8 buckets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we are going to acquire more Vespine gas. We're going to require these bad boys. I'm probably going to need to put some transfer pipes into there. Alright, and then drop the buckets into our bucket. And then, boom, liquid transfer nodes are at the ready. Awesome. Alright, so liquid transfer nodes and our casting basins all put together. And this should be a beautiful sight to behold. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, and we also have to put the actual output for the atom transfer nodes, which we may actually be short on, so we'll see. But let's go ahead and put the casting basins down first. Obviously, for these ones, we have a gap underneath it. Whoop. Hi, got a little bit overzealous. But we have those gaps underneath, so we can actually put the connectivity underneath them. For that guy, of course, is a little bit different, so just kind of a heads up as to why we did what we did there. Trying to justify my madness. And then doop, 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 and over to the other side. Doop, 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 doop. And there we go. Awesome. And so we just need to put in the corresponding liquid transfer nodes. And these are totally fine, right? It's okay if they try to communicate with each other because it's always going to be just one particular thing. In this case, it's going to be all iron unless I decide to put in another one there, but shouldn't really matter all that much. These guys, same exact thing. This one will be, let me see if I can remember, aluminum, copper, gold? I think this is gold. So this will be all gold. And then this will be all aluminum, so on and so forth. So it shouldn't matter if they're trying to communicate with each other. This is one of the reasons why we wanted to do it this way. The one thing that I will say is not entirely great about this particular method is that this is very prone to only partially filling things. But because we're automating the system, it shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, it really shouldn't make that big of a difference. And then I believe if we just put on the bottom, it'll be a-okay. So we're going to go ahead and do these. Just line them all along the bottom. We should have enough actually, so we should be fine. We should have dodged a bullet. And then, question mark? Okay, there we go. Okay, and just like that, we got the transfer nodes for these ones done. Transfer nodes onto here. That's not what I wanted. Break, 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 break. Okay, and then transfer nodes onto here, and then one last bit. Transfer nodes onto these savages, and then transfer nodes for these guys over here. And this one's actually relatively simple because all I have to do is have to do this. And I think this works on the side. If it doesn't, then I just have to put it underneath, and that's also completely fine. But that should work just a-okay. I think it'll work a-okay. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think it will work just fine. Whew! Alright, that was a bit of a doozy, but we have that now in place. Now we have to just connect the transfer pipes, and we should be in pretty good shape. So, let me go ahead. Honestly, in a perfect world, I would have the Tesseract... Oh, actually... Okay, so here is my concern, and this is the main thing that just kind of occurred to me. If we have the pipe too long, it will eventually at some point like freak out at us and be like, preposterous, this can't be done. And by that I mean it'll take a long time to reach. We actually may want to put the Tesseract. We may want to give them individual Tesseracts. Yeah, you know what? I think I will do that because we can make Tesseracts not pretty easily. It still is. It's time consuming, but it should save us some headache down the road. Yeah, it's a shame, but I think that would probably be the best way to do that because unfortunately, as it is right now, this is the problem that we're gonna run into. I can run this pipeline. I can run it right down like that, and then this one right down like that. And I could even have them combine here and try to feed into that, which would probably work. But the problem is that that pipeline is pretty long. Like, it's sizably long to the point where I'd be concerned. I'd be concerned that's a little bit too lengthy. I guess what we can do is we can put a Tesseract here, so every pair will have them. I guess that's a good way to do that. Yeah, actually, yeah, no, I'm going to put my foot down and say that's exactly what we need to do. So I'm going to need just 2 more Tesseracts. That's all I need. I just need 2 more Tesseracts. As a matter of fact, if I'm lucky, I might be able to scrounge some of that up together. The dream? Tesseract. Ermagerd? Wait, the dream might be alive. The dream may actually still be alive. Put this into the fluid transposer. We just need 2. Okay, so while that's transposing fluid and whatever else, I'm going to go ahead, go underneath, and let's do a little bit of the surgery. Let's go ahead and tactically remove this. Please do not fall into oblivion. Please do not fall into oblivion. Please do not fall into oblivion. Excellent. All right, and then we're just going to put that right there. Please do not fall into oblivion. Please do not fall into oblivion. Please do not fall into oblivion. All right, good. Because this is fine. This is not traveling that far of a distance. So I'm okay with that. That I am completely A-okay with. So let's go ahead and link them up with some transfer pipes. Because it's gonna pathfind, like this one's gonna look this way and be like, okay, dead end, and then it'll look this way and then it'll reach in. The longest path one is gonna be this guy, which is gonna do that. The longest possible lasting one is this one right here. This one, because of the fact that it can pathfind, be like, am I this way? No, and then it checks that way. That actually will be the longer one, just because it'll go check, 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 and then it'll double count this guy, and it'll go check, check, check. So that could, I think that will end up being the longest one. I guess this one technically could also be the same. Sort of. No, not really. This one isn't really quite as bad. No, I guess it is as bad. Okay, never mind. These two may be tied. I don't know. My brain can't handle this right now. I ain't about that life. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the pipeline for these guys as well. Should be the exact same thing. Okay, yeah. Then put the pipeline up for this. Whoop. Alrighty. And then one last thing of pipelining. And there we go. All right. Cool, 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 cool. And then now that we have this all kind of in place and ready to go, let's go check on our fluid transposer and see if it's transposed any fluids. Oh, fluid transposer, you have given us the 2 that we need. That's all I needed. That's all I wanted. That is perfect. And then we're going to go ahead, throw you into the abyss. Bang, bang. And just like that, still get really panicked whenever I start falling. All right, so we can just put these right here in the middle. You had one job, Choco. Literally one job. Just such a simple job. And still, somehow, some way, it ends up going wrong. All right, there we go. And then this guy, wow, look at all the stuff that we have. It's crazy. Send mode only, disable, disable. And then bang, there we go. This one, same exact dealio. Sending items to the ME storage. Bang. Yeah, okay, bang. Perfection. Yes, perfection. All right, cool. So everything at this point is now primed and ready to go. It's just a matter of getting the individual ores to feed into here. So what should happen is next episode, it should be the auto crafting of those different components. And the one thing I will say about that is that it's going to get a little bit hectic and a little bit crazy, because this thing is going to actually have so many of these different guys, but each one is going to require their own auto crafting, I believe. So it's going to have to be like one for broken aluminum, one for the crushed aluminum, one for that. So it's actually going to be, well, there's 9 of them in total, right? So it's going to be 9 times 3. So it's going to be 27 different stations that have to be set up. And those 27 stations are not going to be built over here because this is not technically resource generation. That's going to be built over on this side, which in turn is going to beg the question, is this going to be the point where I break this down? Or am I going to just work around it? And right now, I'm leaning towards work around it. I don't know if I have it in me to break that just yet, because, you know, it's been doing pretty well. Also, random aside, I don't know if I actually pointed this out. Buster Sword is now godlike. And so we got 1 extra beheading and then 1 extra thing of modifiers. So we're just about there. The only one that's left at this point is Executioner, who I don't actually know where I left Executioner. Where did I leave Executioner? Ah, there you are. Alright, so Executioner is the last bad boy on the block. Of course, Executioner is rocking all this stuff out. Actually, oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Let's go ahead and wreck some guys with some Executioner hits here. And Executioner, of course, is our beheading sword, right? So that is what we are aiming for with all the Executioner stuff. It is the only job Executioner has. I might even put looting onto it just to make it kind of like the beheading, looting thing kind of combination, for lack of a better way to put it. And so that may be the game plan with that. I'm going to take these zombie brains out because we have far too many. And spider eyes, same thing. And music discs. Freaking cats. Freaking cats, man. Alright, bang, bang, bang. Let's go ahead, pick some of that stuff up. Combine that all. And Trethos, Choppa, music discs galore. Bow, more music discs. I really wish I could do something with the music discs. That's the one thing I kind of wish that they could do. Is I really do wish that I could mess around with that a little bit more, but oh well. Alas, alas, woe am I. And brains? Did I ever make a storage for brains? Wait, no, didn't I? Wait a minute. Or was it only for... I only did it for witches' hands. Okay, interesting. Alright, cool. Either way. Alright, brains. Okay, apparently that was all the brains. And then eyes. And there we go. Perfecto. Alright, well, anywho, Skadoodles, that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, consider leaving a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and excited to see what we do next with the Tinker's Construct stuff, because we've done a lot of progression recently. We are going to do the next one as kind of not wrapping this up per se, because I'm guessing that we're going to run into some issues and whatnot. And God forbid this turns into a two-parter and I decide in my madness to break this down and recreate. Oh, God. I don't want to. Don't make me. That's going to be such a big project. I mean, I guess it's not that big. Oh, God. I don't want to even think about it. We'll see. But regardless, that is yeah. We'll have a catch up episode again, probably no later than 3 episodes from now. I'm gonna go ahead and say that will be true. So roughly 3 episodes from now, you can expect to have at least one catch up episode, so people can have a little bit of breather because we have been going pretty hard in the paint. Maybe we'll do a loot bag opening because I did lose a loot bag opening episode, of course. So perhaps that will be what we do for the breather. But level 64, not bad. Not bad at all. This reminds me of my experience farm. Wow, look at that. It was perfect. It was like 65 even. What? Okay, sorry. That was cool. Also, by the way, we kind of automated our clay thing because people finally got on my case about enough that I was like, okay, fine. But also a random site. But oh, I don't want to rebuild it. Breaking it's easy, but I just don't want to rebuild it. Cry. Oh. Anyways, I'll see you guys another time. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. All those wonderful things. And I'll see you guys next time. So take care, everybody. And ciao for now.